But that tailored suit and a pile of loot gets you a heart attack and a long commute. And wood has become a freedom. Well, I've seen some, and it's backpacks and train tracks, not lawn care or contracts. Hey, we don't need another love song, another peace and white dove song. We need to write a fight song. A good people do what's right. So we need a scream at the night song. A scream at the night song. A scream at the night song. A scream at the...
Well, here's part 2 of stalling. This isn't really relatable for a lot of owners. They don't have the superXtune. superXtune history. Before the superXtune, there was another tune out there, or program for tuning. Bobby Baldwin, X-Man, developed in California, and basically it was the program that Triumph of that period was using. If you remember, our electronics is Sagem, and Sagem is the same as Triumph, or Triumph used them as a vendor. So Bobby came up and developed this program for our X's. I don't know if it was verbatim or word off of the Triumph program, but he did. He came up with it, and it was actually a pretty good little system. You couldn't do a lot with it. You could make tunes, but it was pretty primitive and hard to work with. Basically, when I bought that system, that program, it was a CD, and you just put it in there, hooked your bike up to it on the there at that point. I can't remember nothing today. And it would put the latest tune that they had. And at that time, it was the Laughlin tune. It was the only thing we had was the Laughlin tune. It was better than the factory tune. The factory tune ran very, very lean and very, very hot. And in the early years, we had a lot of issues with the factory tune. Now it's zoomed way ahead to, I believe the latest tune is 8320. I'll look that up in a bit. I got a tune that was made by Jim Turek, and I kind of like it. Not that there's a ton difference than the other tune that's out there, but I kind of like it. So the superXtune was developed by Tim and Jamie, mostly Tim Martins. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. I'm not any good at that. And if I'm not sure, I think Dan even had some money invested in developing that program. I say that because you can't get the superXtune program anymore. You can get the tunes. You can get them from Mike. I don't know if Dwayne Judge has that tune or not. I know Mike has it. And you send them your ECU or your whole bike, and they'll throw a tune in there for you. And then you pay Mike, and I believe Mike pays whoever, Dan a little bit or whatever. It used to be anybody could get that, the superXtune, and you'd get on the program, and it would read your ECU and the serial number, and then they'd get you a password or a keyword or whatever, and you'd enter that into the program, and that would unlock your ECU, and you could then put a tune in, troubleshoot, and all kinds of things, which I'll show you in a little bit. All right, it's 93 here today. Not that it matters to anybody, but and no humidity, so that's why you got a background noise. The air conditioner's running out here in the shop. It's supposed to get hotter tomorrow, so I figured I better do it today. I'm not planning on being out here any more than an hour. Paying for that air conditioner is no fun. The latest tune that I found, this is from the instructions manual of the superXtune, appears to be 8352. And I'm sorry, but those numbers confuse me all over the place. This is 8320, which is the Laughlin tune, and these two are the original factory tunes. 1.5, as it says, little is known about this tune, as most bikes were updated by dealers to the 8303, which was what everybody got when it came out. And that's a little bit of history there. This is my email from Jamie. When I first got this program, I really struggled. So I'm going to go ahead and start my bike and get it set up to show you how to do this part. If you can see where the cursor is, I'm hoping you guys can see the cursor right here. This is where the adjustment is going to be made for, it says leakage area, for the stall. And I'll hit reset and get it back to wherever the program says it's supposed to be. Here's the adaptive stepper trim. This is the reset button for it, and also this is the closed throttle trim. Now, this one here down here is so I can, when the last time this bike was serviced or whatever. What confuses me is I can actually highlight stuff in the box, but I can't change them. I don't know how that works. And that confuses me, because up here on the idle RPM, I've wanted to change it a couple times and I couldn't do it. So it makes me wonder why they got boxes like this instead of just little teeny weeny windows that show what's going on, and other than maybe it looks fancy, I guess. That'd be my guess. Anything else? Oh, so Jamie's email I got from him when I was kind of learning how to do this. Talks about several different things here. The IC must be ambient temperature, top line should be 0. Sailor should show 180 degrees set. Okay, and that would be here. Show 180 and 0. When I start it, that's where it'll be, or I can just reset it now and go there, which I will. 0. And then the throttle position, I can reset that. And it did, and it's 1699, and then I can reset the leakage. And that should stay right around in there. Okay. Absolute throttle setting. $16.99. Okay, so yeah, as the bike warms up, these will move around and change, and so will these. But he's talking in the email that these have to be those numbers at the start of when the bike is not running. They will change. Okay, so here he's missing some information I wanted, but I got it here. This is from the actual manual from the superXtune. And this is leakage area adjustable, and it is adjustable. This here can be reset for each bike, as if it loses that, you can reset it. Right here, leakage area, I reset it, and this is adjustable. It's adjustable according to the manual, 6 to 8 millimeters squared. And I don't know what any of that means, but I have moved this around in the past when I started stalling, and I have good luck with it. Calling Mike Seastermish today, he says that he's seeing more and more bikes. And that's probably because parts are loose and there's air leaks, vacuums. He's seeing bikes go up into the mid-8s. So that would be 8 point whatever millimeters squared. What we're doing here is we're adding fuel, so when it comes down to idle, it'll stay running. And that's basically how it works. So I'm going to start my bike, and I'm going to get it up to operating temperature, and I'm going to turn my air conditioner off and open the doors so I don't die of fumes in here. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but we'll try to do this. This email that Jamie sent me doesn't have these instructions on it. I got another email from him because I got confused. I know I did. Sometimes I cannot find it. It doesn't matter. Part of this email is I got to get the bike up to running temperature of 20. You can see the engine warm and above 220. At 220, making your adjustments. The engine temperature right now is 109, so it's going to take me 5 to 10 minutes to get there. Yes, I heard. I'm still waiting for it to get there. Temperature-wise, it's at 171. You remember from the last episode I showed the air intake temperature underneath the air cleaner. It's showing 93, and by golly, I promise you that's what it is. You can see these numbers have all changed. This was 0. This is 44. So I have to have 180 down here and 0 there, and that was reset also, and that's changed. I get closer to temperature. Okay, I'm starting to get kind of gassed out here. I'm showing 207 on the engine temperature. I'm going to call that pretty close to good. Now, when it stalls, listen carefully to this. Hopefully this noise isn't drowning everything out. But you're going to hear me lay off throttle and the idle's going to get real lumpy. And that's what we're trying to get rid of. We're just trying to continue running when you're pulling up to a stop sign or stop light or just pulling up to stop, whatever. And sometimes they stall, and that's what this is about. So listen carefully if you can. I can't promise you this is going to sound good. It was a little lumpy, but not bad. That was a little worse. That time sounded pretty good. Oh, real lumpy there. I'm going to show you the tack when I do this. This would dip down to about 600. See that? 5, 6, 700. That's pretty lumpy right in there. It's not as bad as it's done in the past. There we go. We got under 500 there. So, I think we can get it pretty lumpy at 2,000 RPM, and that's not much of a problem. It's all warmed up. Oh yeah, that's what we wanted. We want to hear that. Funny when it stalls like that, off of that leakage, it always starts immediately and runs fine after that for the next minute or so. All right, so we're going to adjust this up. Mike has gone as high as the mid-8s. I'm going to go to 7, and let's see what it does. See if it helps. Get it down to closer to 7, and that's going to be, we're just going to try that and see how that works. Watch the tack, we'll run her up to 2,000 and see if she gets the lumpy on us. That was pretty good actually, we recovered. Wow, it didn't go down at all that time. Pretty impressive. Just changing that around, I got that. We'll run the RPMs up a little higher and see how it sounds. A little bit lumpy, just a hair. I'm hoping you can hear it and see it. Just a little bit. I'm thinking I might want to go up a little bit more. Wow, pretty cool. I'm actually very impressed. That's because I've actually gotten somewhere with this program. I have done this before, believe it or not. It impresses me every time I figure stuff out. That's what happens. All right, so I'm going up higher, just a hair more. I think at 7.00, I think I was actually all right. So I'm going to go a hair more, because it did dip down on the tack a little bit. It's kind of like electronically tuning your carburetor to me. That's what I'm doing here. I don't know where the adjustment screws are at, except for this silly valve. Look at me, I'm sweating like a pig. We'll get her. Wow, look at that. It didn't dip a bit. Just a hair. I was going high R's. It didn't dip a bit. Oh, I better kick her up a little bit more, I think. All right, so we're at 7.06. We're going to kick it up. Look at 20, 7.20, 7.20. Let's see what 719 says. Not doing it, pretty close. Rock solid at high RPM, that's probably 2,000. I'll tell you what, I like that. That's not bad. That's really lots better than one. Yep. I'm gonna go a little more. It's at 7:19. My cursor, jump her up to 7:30. Kind of glad I didn't have to get above 8. Mike was saying that Davy Jones didn't like it when we heard that someone liked to get tuned up to over 8. Supposedly a little bit out of the limit. I think age is taking its toll on our bikes. Sweet. That barely went under 1,000. I'm gonna go just a hair more. We're at 734. 740. 744. 40. See how she does. That last one was really good. I don't know if I'm gonna get much better than that. Probably wouldn't. At where it was, it probably wouldn't ever stall. Very nice. It did not move by it. And my bike is plenty warm. We're running 248 degrees, which is way above oil pressure, or oil should never run. Oil should never run over 235. And it's running so hot because we're in my shop here, and it's 91 degrees. Oh crap! I need to turn on my fan back on. I gotta shut off and talk to you guys. There we go. I don't know. I wasn't even thinking about my fan being turned off. Woohoo! So that should bring down the temperature quick enough. All right. One more time here. Let's see how it looks. Watch the tap. Nice. I'm going to leave it at 740. And that's gonna be it. Oh, that's nice. I put the camera down. You got to look at the ceiling for a bit. All right, on the superTune real-time monitor, I forgot to mention, this is where it reads your computer, what's going on the bike. This is going to go away real quick. There is no save. after you reset, it just stays there, and you just back out of the program. You would exit, and it stays. And let me show you that so you can see what I'm talking about. Turn the bike on. The real-time monitor. It's hooking up like it says down here, reading. And as you can see, I had adjusted it to 740, and there it is. And I can change all these guys around, back to reset for a fresh start is basically what we're doing. And that one's already ready to reset to 1699. And that one should go to 0 and 180. And those are just the steps on the IAC. And it'll come around in a second. And I'm sweating like a pig. Come on. And it went to 0. And next should be, well, it's actually warm, so it's probably not a big goofy anyway, and that doesn't matter. All I care about on this screen is this right here. I got it to 740, and it took out the stall. That's a wonderful thing. That's it for this episode. I hope everybody learned a little bit. I realize, like I said, that not everybody's got access to this tune, or ever will, but at least this is what it's about. Maybe you'll find somebody. I don't know the process for me running a tune on your bike unless you got a key already. And you can buy a key, but to do it, you got to get it on a computer to get the serial number. So just as well send it to Mike or Dwayne, whoever has the tunes. And I think it's $100 to reflash your ECU, something like that. Whereas if you bought a key, I think it's the same price if you do it through me. And I got to get the key number from Dan Hanlon, the president. Last time I had, that's the guy had the keys. Jamie's never had them, and I'm sure Mike doesn't have them either. So I'd have to call Dan or email Dan, and then he would give me a key to get in your ECU. So it'd probably be just as easy, if not the same or cheaper, to go through Mike or Dwayne, whoever has that tune. All right, thanks everybody. You want to see something else on your X being worked on, let me know. I'm more than happy to give it a shot. I've got other ideas up my sleeve that I'm going to do in the future. We'll see how it goes. I think that's it. Thanks, everybody.
Good people do what's right. Bringing us free with a nice song. A scream with a nice song. A scream with a nice song. A scream with a nice song. I wanna scream, hear the night song. I wanna scream, hear the night song. A scream with a night song. A scream with a night